Hello guys, I got this big thing here that come out of that welder. I gotta cut some tape on it. I don't know. It looks like number two wire to me. That's what it's gonna be, number two wire. Um, it's some kind of big capacitor or something. I don't know. Some kind of windings in it. We're gonna cut the tape on it and get this masonite stuff or whatever the heck that stuff is off of it. It's magnetic. So, see how this is gonna work out. My goodness. That's all. That's it. That's kind of the same stuff that goes around them copper donuts. Looks like it's wound up pretty good. It's pretty long. It come out of that welder, so it's pretty thick wire. I ain't never seen nothing wrapped up like this though. At least insulated anyway. Pretty long. Oh, them are short pieces there. Trash. I'll try to strip this for you real quick. It's just number two strand wire. So, it's pretty big. I'll try to strip it, but I got a dang hawkbill blade in here. And I don't really like these things, but hey, that sucker will reach off and it'll reach out and get you if you don't watch it. Even with the gloves on. Let's see. I may have. I found my other knife. I hope everybody's doing good. I ain't really felt like videoing anything the last couple of days. So, having a little bit of mixed feelings about everything. You know. But it is what it is. I'll get through it eventually. Yeah, this stuff is crazy. Okay. The skin is pretty thin on this stuff, so should be fairly easy to strip. You just ain't getting nothing in here. No place in here to strip it. Pretty nice looking braided wire. That's the first time I'd ever seen anything balled up, insulated like that inside of a machine. So I mean, I guess it's carrying some pretty heavy current. Cause this is like if this was rated, I mean, it'd probably be like a number three wire. Maybe number four. Something like that, I don't know. I think it's a little shorter. Like I said, I mean, it's thin coating. I just don't want to cut myself, and I don't want to get no copper splinters. And because this freaking stranded wire. I normally don't strip the stuff. I just, send it out the way it is. The stuff is just so soft, it won't let you get into it real deep. It just wants to kind of mush up. I mean, this pretty nice looking wire though. That's the only reason why I even thought about it. There we go. It's probably, I don't know, four or 5 feet of this, and it's solid copper. I mean, it's stranded wire, but it's all copper. It's braided up. It's really pretty. My buckets are filling up. Like I said, I ain't done nothing in 3 or 4 days, I guess. Well, it just ain't really felt like it. Just trying to figure things out. Been going through a lot lately, as y'all know. Girlfriend left, heater broke, got it fixed. Still ain't talked to her into coming back, but hey, it is what it is. Life moves on. I'm gonna try to keep my content going when I feel better. I feel like doing it. I don't know. I guess it's the weather finally getting to me. And before anybody says anything, I know I'm cutting against the grain. I know I'm pushing into my leg. I know I could cut myself, but I'm very lightly doing this and pulling the wire through, kind of like a stripper. I'm not going to cut myself. I'm not pushing hard enough for it to even go through my pant leg. And I'm pretty certain that if the wire slips, it's not going to have enough pressure to go through anything. And there's another piece. Like I said, I mean, it's just, this stuff is like paper. I mean, it's thin, really, really thin. Oh, mercy. That 3 more pieces of that. I'm gonna go to this, cut one of these bigger ones up. It's a bigger copper wire. I kind of feel like I'm coming down sick. I hope I ain't, but Braided. So I've been loading up the last couple of days on vitamins and all that stuff. If it gets too bad, I end up having to go to the doctor. I don't like going to the doctor over stuff like this, but I don't like feeling like crap either. But anywho, oh, that's a bigger wire. I mean, it don't weigh much. It's a couple pounds probably, you know, for all of it. But it adds up. You know, so. It kind of reminds me of, you know, that paper that's inside a 220 wire, but it's you know, it's kind of, it's thin like that. I mean, it's nothing to cut it. It's easy. You know. I remember a long time ago, I was doing this stuff sitting outside under a canopy at a friend of mine's house, and where I lived in a camper. I lived in a camper for 4 years, and I was stripping some copper. His granddaughter came down. You know, she was a little girl. She was watching me, and I was paying attention to her. You know, running around, making sure she didn't get hurt or trip over anything. And she was playing in the yard, and I noticed something black, just a little bitty old black thing. It was about, I don't know, 10 inches long or better, crawling right there by her feet. Well, what I did, I jumped, and I had a piece of that wire on my leg, and it was a Romex wire. Whenever I did, I had just put a brand new hawk blade hook bill in my knife, and I ripped my daggone leg open because I was worried about the little girl. It ended up being a water moccasin, a baby water moccasin, laying out there by her feet. So, you know, I killed a snake. And I ended up going to the hospital because I had to get a bunch of stitches in my leg. So that's why I don't like these hook bill blades. I don't even know how I got this one. I don't know if it came in the knife or somebody gave it to me or what, but I do not buy them. I do not buy these things. These things are made for what I've always used them for, cutting shingles on a roof. You know, you're done, you cut them off, cut the edges or cut the ridge cap. But Yeah, I do not use them for stripping wire. Unless, you know, I'm standing up. I got to step my wire in the vise. And I'm actually able to be careful with no people around me to, you know, get me off guard. I'm telling you, them things there, I don't know if they're made by the same steel the razor blade is or what, but they're a lot sharper. I don't know, maybe just because of the angle, but I just don't, I don't like them. I do too much crazy stuff in order to use one of them because, you know, I don't care for wearing gloves and this and that because I can't feel my fingers. And whenever you got gloves on, you know, you can't really feel nothing. So, I mean, maybe one day I'll get all this fixed. Anyway, if not, I guess it's just something I have to deal with. You know, and that's a good possibility. You know, these doctors around here, you know, I kind of feel like that we ain't nothing but a paycheck to them. You know, places I've had them screw up my dang medicine. Pharmacies give me the wrong medicine, put the wrong pain medicine in the bottle. Here I am taking the wrong medicine for a month. Until I noticed it and went up there and, you know, had to make it right. So I'm like, you know, I mean, you could really screw me out of this doctor that I'm going to just from one mistake that you made, not me. Yeah. So anyway, we got it fixed, and luckily nothing got said. It's going to be put in a note. Make sure, because, you know, with any place that gives pain medicine, you know, they do a urinalysis and all that stuff. So hopefully I'll be covered. You know, it wasn't my mistake, it was theirs. And she said, well, how come you didn't notice it sooner? I said, well, for one, you know, I thought I trusted you guys. And, you know, I take this medicine every day, and it changes shapes and all that stuff different from month to month. I figured it was just a new shape. So I just started taking them. Well, I started noticing that I was getting sick to my stomach and stuff a lot more. So I got to investigating it, and come find out I had the wrong medicine. There's that piece. It didn't take long. I could have done it in less than freaking 19 minutes, but hey, I'm talking. Anyway, there's another piece that was hooked to, and it's this. I don't know if I can get this off of here. I may have to set it on my wood stove and get it hot before I can get that copper off of there. I mean, it's pretty beefy. It's pretty big stuff. And, I mean, you can't bend it. I mean, God, it's hard to bend. But, I come out of that Miller welder. That tape is really thick on there. And it's got steel running through it, kind of like a transformer. There. I don't think I'll be able to get that off of there unless I get out there to the shop. I just brought it in tonight because I was bored out of my mind. I didn't really have nothing else to do. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to break that in here. I had to put that in the vise. Then again, I don't know. I know doing it in my hand, it was just too much give. Oh, it's breaking. I'll be darned. Well, ain't that something? I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I broke that weld, it was weak, I guess. Okay. Let's drive this section here out. Still, I gotta get that, all that wire. God bless, I can't even freaking bend it. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get that off her. This stuff is stout. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can get some of this tape off here at least and show you what it is. Whew. Oh hell. No damn wonder. I think it's aluminum wire. I wonder it's so stiff. It's malunium. Hold on a minute. It's aluminum wire. But man, this stuff is freaking stout. I'm not gonna strip it. I'm gonna throw it in with a shred. Yep. I don't know. I've been thinking about buying me a little forge, and, you know, and melting metals and stuff like that. I mean, I melt lead. I mean, I've got a melter and stuff like that, but I mean, lead has a very, very low melting point. It's you know, there's nothing like aluminum and copper and silver and stuff like that. Anyway, that's aluminum, so I'm not gonna mess with it right now. Anyway, I've been sitting here tearing these transformers down like the devil core ones right here. I got them things there out, the rivets, and that plate right here. Let me show you one. That plate is solid brass. That really surprised me because I ain't never seen anything like that come with brass on it. Damn. Now that's brass. That's not. Whew. But anyway, I just took my drill and took a few of these, two of these rivets. Out, you know, you gotta beat them apart because they're like long I's and E's, and I don't have a vise or anything in here to work on them, so I just do it the old school way. I mean, back whenever I started this, I didn't know anything about no you know, cutting them in half and all that stuff. So, but you know, you learn stuff over the years. And you know, the power tools sure do make it a little nicer. Yeah. Hey, I think it's done. Catch it. Catch it, 22. Alright. Yeah, what I've been doing is you can't get this out of here until you get... Oh, well, shit. Maybe I need to turn the camera up. Hold on. That thing's been walking down on me for some reason. Anyway, take these wires and pull them off. And these are not real easy to strip, but you know, the paper and all that crap that's on them. Once you get the paper off, you know, and you see the stuff inside, which is going to give me hell, you'll see. I mean, it's freaking angel hair. It's not very thick at all, so you it makes it real hard to pull it off of there. So I've just been cutting it off with wire cutters. I guess I could cut it in half and then get it pull it off there later, but I've just been cutting them, the side of them with the wire cutters. But anyway, you'll find the edge of this thing. Most of the time, the short pieces are going to be right here, and then there you go, your long pieces. I mean, I've done this for many years growing up. I'm sure a lot of you's already seen it, but you start pecking on it, oh, and missing, you start hitting on it, and then they'll start popping out. All of them will pop out. That's your eyes. That's the eyes. They just all slide out. And you check on it a little more, make sure there ain't no more in there. And then they should just start the E's, which is longer, or C's I mean, are longer. They just pop out. Just pop right out. And you just start pecking on it again. And you don't ever have to pull this stuff out. You just peck on it. It'll start falling off. There's the brass. I gotta pull that tape off of there. What should I mean? Hey. It's a stout freaking tape too. Anyway, I'll get that off there later. These things, I mean, the tape is easy to get off, but this stuff is so fine. Well, usually, usually what I'll do is I'll take and cut this ring off and then just pull it off like a slinky. Well, in this case, it won't work. I've tried it. So I don't got my big cutters in here. So I thought I was gonna try this, but you know, cut this dude in half. And it's too long to cut this way. You know, I mean, I can still get it off there like that, but it takes a while, a whole lot longer than I really want to spend on it. Unless this in here is going to prove me wrong. I mean, earlier the two that I tore down, they would not come off. I mean, so much of it will come off, but then it'll stop and it'll break. And I've even tried to twist it and, you know, pull off a little at a time and this and that, but it's just so wrapped up on there. It'll do this for a couple minutes, but it does not want to play. It breaks and it's tedious. But I ain't doing nothing tonight. I'm just sitting here kind of down on my luck, missing my girlfriend and everything else. Now watch this one make me out of a liar. No, it's breaking. The shorter, the smaller pieces are breaking. Yeah, I kind of figured it would. And this right here, it'll take freaking forever, as thin as this stuff is, to get all of it off there. Like this. So I'm down to like 3 strands instead of 6. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, what I've been doing is just taking, you can barely see the wire. Hell, the wire cutters, it's so thin the wire cutters won't even hardly cut it. You just take it and cut it like that. And then you can't really get to the other side. I mean, cause you'll have some left in the middle. I might be able to get it up in there. Anyway, you'll do that and you just peel it off. And it peels off in chunks. Bigger chunks. Hey. I've watched a lot of copper motor videos lately, and things are starting to get popular. I got a bucket in right down here. I didn't want to spray all this stuff off on the floor. You sweep it up and it sticks to your broom, and I don't want to have to deal with that right there tonight. I'll try to get the other side real quick. Alright, now the middle, I'll have to get down in here like this and just cut it as close as I can, because I can't get the wire cutters down that far. So anyway, it's just going to pull off in one big chunk. Okay. One big chunk. Yeah. Nice and fluffy. And I mean, it don't weigh much. I mean, you can feel the weight of it. But it all adds up. It all adds up. I know, I forgot to turn my TV off. Anyway, I ain't worried about it. I'm not monetized anyway. Anyway, I'll do the other one later. And I'm gonna go ahead and shut her off and get her on the web. We'll see you guys later. Have a good night.